Okay, I'm gonna tell you some crazy numbers on Corona that I just calculated from last night. So the United States hit a new high in terms of total new cases, 18,691, which is double the highest, more than double the next contender, which is actually Spain from today. Italy had a new high for deaths, 919, out of 5,900 cases, but the US only had 400 deaths yesterday. Is that good news? 401 deaths, 18,000 new cases? No, it's not. Because there's a delay between the deaths and the cases. When you look at the death rate, the number that the WHO gave is BS. The number that the WHO gave, which is with 3.4%. Today, that number would be, I think, 4.7%, I think I calculated. I'm sorry. Damn it. Too many windows. Today, that number would be 4.6%. That is the amount of deaths divided by total cases. But you can't do that because a lot of those cases aren't resolved. You need to look at the deaths divided by the resolved cases, which means people have died, plus people the doctor says, you know what? Congratulations, go home, you're good. Those are resolved. If you look at that, the global death rate is 17.1%, way down by China, that was only 4.2%. United States, 40%. Italy, 45%. United States, 40%. That means that we are going to have a lot of deaths that are going to come because these cases are not resolved. New York had a total of 7,200 cases yesterday, so barely below Spain, just for the state of New York. More than Italy has ever had in a day. New York is 1/3 the size of Italy. And the death rate in New York is 22.9%. Lower death rate probably because they're testing more people. If you do the math and no one gets sick tomorrow and we keep with our current death rate in the United States, we will have 41.8 thousand people dead. Italy, that has 20,000 cases less than us, will have 39,000 people dead. And the United States is growing much quicker. Italy has almost plateaued a little bit in terms of the amount of cases per day, and the United States is still going up. If you look at the math on growth rate, what I did is I took the amount of deaths from yesterday, 401, going all the way back to 7 days ago, which is 46 on the 21st of March, and you go through the progressions, and it turns out we have on average a 41% growth rate per day. That's really high. Now again, these are just the deaths, and you do the math, on day 30 from today, at that rate, 9.6 million people dead, 32 million overall. Now there's a model, there's a lot of holes in that. It bumps into a lot of things, such as the population can hold that many people, or is it going to decrease because there's not that many people to get infected? Of course, the most important thing is not to is to isolate. And we have some places that are isolated and other states that aren't. And even states that are isolated, maybe outside of New York, I don't think everyone's taking it that seriously because they haven't been hit yet. And even New York, I don't think the average person realizes the deaths are going to come in a little bit. Now, maybe you say, okay, there must be something wrong with those numbers. I looked at it a different way. I took those 18,000 people that we have cases yesterday, and I multiplied them by the average death rate. So in 8 or 9 days, when they die, supposedly, that should be 7,200 people. If you look at my chart where I did a 41%, day 9 is 6,400 people. So it's about accurate. That doesn't mean that's the future. That means that this is serious. We have to take measures, and any politician that is not doing it right now is going to eat crow, unfortunately, when the bodies keep stacking up, because that's what numbers are saying. It'd be really nice if people in the media or politicians or somebody just did some basic math. It'd be great.